So good morning, everyone. Welcome to the Fast Start training. I'm just going to be running through today the actual Fast Start plan that's on the portal, because obviously you are going to be recruiting your own partners soon. So it's very useful for you to know exactly what to do. This is something that you need to go through on your own because there's bits to fill in a minute. You can either do it and follow me on your own device or go back and do this after the training today. All right, so that you go through this training again and fill in all the bits in a minute that we're going to come to. I'm just going to share the screen. We have already actually just watched the first video, so go back and watch that again. And I was just mentioning that the second way you get paid on that video, they talk about the Fast Start bonus, but this month, and I think maybe next month too, all partners are going to get full money. So you don't have to worry about that Fast Start bonus. You're going to get that automatically, which is very cool. Right, so just bear with me while I share the screen. And we'll go back and carry on with this Fast Start plan. So that's the first video. We've just watched that. So let's watch this one.
As a new partner, you have the opportunity to earn over £10,000 in your first 6 months if you get off to a flying start. To support you, we'll focus on targets to achieve over £2,000 in your first month, and you can revisit this module to set further goals as you go along. UW considers your first 6 customers for your training period, and we strongly recommend you're supported by your mentor or supporting partner for these appointments. After you've reached 6 customers, the customer bonus you receive for each individual customer will double the amount you receive for training. To simplify the examples, we're going to assume all customers you have gathered are homeowners who take 3 core services, as statistics have shown that most customers on average do take 3 services. Let's focus now on getting you through your first milestone. When you start with UW, your first 2 milestones are Qualified Distributor, QD for short, and Qualified Distributor Star, or QD Star. For this Fast Start plan, we're going to aim to get you to QD Star in your first month. Firstly, to achieve QD, you'll need to get 3 personal customers. If we assume those are 3 homeowners who take 3 services each, then you will earn a total of £375 from those customers. You should aim for these as quickly as possible, ideally in your first couple of weeks. To achieve QD Star, you'll need an additional 3 personal customers, earning you another £375 customer bonus, and you'll also need to recruit 1 partner who has 1 customer. This partner can also be one of your customers and their own customers. If you've also achieved QD Star within 1 month of becoming QD, then you'll also earn an additional £200 promotion bonus. If in addition you've gathered 4 or more of these customers within 1 calendar month, then you would receive an additional £100 per customer. If you've reached your 6 customers within 45 days of becoming a UW partner, you've just qualified for your Fast Start bonus. That means that the customer bonus of £750 you've already accumulated will be matched with another £750. With that, an additional £1,925 on top of the first £375, meaning total earnings in 1 month of £2,300.
Okay, any questions on that? Please do unmute yourselves if you want to just ask a question. I can't see you all at the moment, or put it in the chat. Again, they talk in there. I agree, Annette. They talk in there about that you're only getting half the money and the Fast Start bonus again. But as I said, at the moment, to put it much more simply than that video, every time you sign up a customer, you're going to get paid customer bonus. Okay, and that's between £10 and £400 depending on the services that that customer takes. If it's a tenant that takes 3 services, you're going to get £50. If it's a homeowner that takes 3 services, you're going to get that £250, which can go up to £350 if you do 4 or more in a calendar month. To be honest, my advice to you all is just get going and you know, get out there, share some appointments, and then we can see where that takes you from there. Right, so why can't I get back then? Sorry. Oh, I know why, because your faces are over the top of the arrows. There we are. Okay, so this is important, and this is about helping you understand, you know, why are you here this morning? Why are you giving up your time to come and to listen to me this morning? Why have you joined the business? And what is going to keep driving you to keep going with the business when things perhaps aren't always plain sailing, which I'm going to be completely honest, and they're not always going to be plain sailing. Not everybody's going to say yes to you. Not everybody's going to show up at the appointment. And not everybody's going to do what they said they were going to do, and all of that sort of stuff. So it's really important that you've got a vision in your head of something that you want to achieve. and you've got really good reasons of why you're doing the business. So if anyone wants to put in the chat the main reason they joined the business, that would be great. If not, as I said, you can go back and go through this yourselves anyway and write this down. So here we are. You can download the Fast Start Plan workbook, okay, and you can write the answers in there. So the simple questions are, what made you decide to join as a partner? So I can go right back to January the 26th, 2009. And I just remember getting to a point where I just thought there has to be an easier way to life than this. I was working self-employed as a riding instructor. I had 10 horses on the yard that I was looking after. My daughter was 20 months old. And I was also running a 54-page colour magazine where I was the advertising sales manager and the editor and the photographer and everything. And I literally was about to fall off my perch because I was so exhausted. And I sat at my desk and I thought there's got to be an easier way. And as if by magic, and I do believe in the law of attraction very much, an email arrived in my inbox. And it was someone offering me this opportunity. So what made me decide as a partner was I felt there had to be an easier way in life in general to make money and to make a living than the path I'd followed. So with you guys, it could be, you know, you just need more money right now. It could be that you're not sure. Okay, lovely. Thank you for putting stuff in the chat. It really helps me to have it a bit interactive. So Annette's put, you know, to pay her bills, to pay her bills. So she had choices to go part-time. Kay's put to help your family. That's fantastic. Kay, that's a really good why and something that will keep you going as well. And my brother also got me to join to help me. Exactly. So he saw something in this that he thought could help you. So that's absolutely amazing. Saad, mainly family, and to be self-sufficient. That's really good. And my sister likes minis. Love that. Nigel, freedom of time. Yeah, time, choice of everything. Fantastic. Just keep it going. Keep thinking. And you're going to dig deeper with this. A little bit of homework that I would like to give to you all is to go away at some point over the next week or so and imagine, you know, that money's no object. You've just won the lottery, and write down everything that you would like to be, do, and have, because you can achieve extraordinary things through this business, and there's something very magical about writing stuff down. So that's really good. Okay, second question. What are you hoping to achieve from your business? Well, obviously it's a little bit more of the same, isn't it? What made you decide to join? So what do you hope to achieve? Lovely. Annette, help me go part-time, stay in my house, move when I chose to. That's brilliant. And again, what would achieving this allow you to do? So think about those three questions and really work out why you're here, you know, why you're doing this, what's going to keep you going, what would you really like to achieve? Dream big. You know, wouldn't it be amazing if, is a brilliant thing to think. Wouldn't it be amazing if this business allowed me to work when I want to, be there for my kids, travel when I want to, and have a load of amazing friends? Well, that's exactly what this business has allowed me to do. So, you know, why not? Why not you? Absolutely, why not you? Okay, so that's your sort of your basic why. I'm going to go on to the next bit now. Like I said, this is on the portal for you to go back and go through yourself. So this is quite a nice little bit now, and this says, how much would you like to earn in your first, you know, month or two? So again, use the chat and just, you know, pick an example off there. Why have you joined? What would you like to earn in terms of money? Well done, Dan. Flexibility, work from home, help family, brilliant. If anyone wants to put a financial figure in there, right, Saad, well done. Saad's gone for it. He's gone 650. So if we click on that and submit, there we are. Up pops a little box. Just giving you an idea. I've just got to shut the chat while I'm looking at that. Just giving you an idea of what you would need to do realistically in order to achieve that £650. So it's really good. It's really very black and white in front of you. And it's obviously they're assuming that not everybody's going to sign up, which is a very good bit of advice. So if you are getting appointments in your diary, so if you want 6 customers, don't think you just need 6 appointments. You're probably going to need more like 15 to 20 appointments. All right, because not everyone is going to join. Most are at the moment. It's a good time to be getting involved, but not everyone will. So that's a really good thing. So whatever your amount of money, when you click on the box, so Kay said 500. So let's close that one down. I can't, the chat's in the way. So 500. and then submit. Up pops your little box again. And again, it's just telling you, roughly what you'll need to do in terms of the customer bonus bit. Now, there's the 500 immediately, which is going to be on customer bonus. And then there's the 500 a bit further down the line, which is going to be due to your residual income, your passive income. And that's the bit that I'm really passionate about, which is why I talk so much about recruiting and building a team, because that's where you're going to get the massive residual income kicking in later. So I've got just under 300 personal customers. I'm very bored of saying that. I need to get over 300 personal customers very soon, but I've got just under 300 personal customers, which is very nice. And I get a nice residual income off that, just under £1,000 a month coming in off my personal customers. But the team now, between them all, you wonderful lot, have gathered 4,500 customers. So the company pay me a little thank you on 4,500 customers every month, which is significantly more than I get from my own personal customers. So just think about that. Building a team, you're going to be paid for things that you haven't even done, which is pretty good. Okay, so this is now thinking of your list, because it all starts with who are you going to show? All right, now list building is something that is an ongoing exercise. So this is something you should be thinking of, adding people to your list every single day. But just to get started, we want to talk to the people that are most likely going to support you and help you in this journey, or that are most likely going to be really effective in the journey, or are most likely to absolutely do well. So what we do say is don't prejudge, in that I want you to eventually write a list of every single person you know. And I want you to eventually think that you are going to show every single person you know. But in the very beginning, we're just going to focus on these few categories just to try and get you to 20 names. So pens and paper at the ready. You may have already done this. If you haven't, or even if you have, let's do it again, because this might just throw up some different names to the ones that you've written down. So number one, think of 5 people you know who are switched on, ambitious, and motivated. So this could be people you know that already run their own businesses. Do you know people that are self-employed? Do you know people that are quite entrepreneurial? Do you know people that you think are completely wasted in their day job? People even, you might know somebody that maybe works in hospitality, but every time you see them, you think, oh my God, they're amazing at their job. They've got such great people skills, and they're really, go above and beyond to make sure the customers are happy. And that actually someone like that would be amazing in my team. So just think of people like that. And the second one there is, of course, think of 5 people who are already in a successful job. Who do you know that's worked for the same company for a long time? Because the chances are they're going to be feeling a little bit undervalued, because most people in jobs feel undervalued. And I know I can say that because how many people in the country are on strike at the moment, or every 5 minutes at the moment? Do you know anyone that works in the NHS? Do you know anyone that is a teacher? Do you know anyone that works on public transport? These are big sectors of people that are very unhappy with their jobs at the moment and how they're being treated. And they are the people that we want to get in front of and speak to. Because even though initially you're probably thinking, who can I save money? I'm already going in now with your mindset as who can we help join the business? Because I want you to build a big team, because through building a big team, you're going to also get lots of customers, and that's how you're going to earn the most money. All right, and then the next group of people will be, think of 5 people who would do you a favor if you ask them. So this is going to be your little tribe, your close friends and family, the people that help you out, the people that are going to help you and support you, hopefully. But be warned, because they won't all, even if you think they will. But those are the people that you're going to think of as well. Would they do you a favor? Because actually, when we do the conversation starters in a minute, you'll see that a lot of it is just about asking people to do you a favor and take a look. If you've got any questions, just shout. So hopefully you've got some names down already. After this call, another bit of homework is to go through your mobile phone and get all your names and numbers written down, everybody. And then you're going to go through your social media, get everybody written down. And then out of your big list, you can come back and categorize them into these categories that are on the screen. So who switched on, ambitious and motivated, who's already in a successful job, and who would help me out if I asked them to do a favor. ask yourself, who would you most like to have in your team out of everyone you know? That's a good question as well. Who would you most like to work with? Because this is, you get to choose now. You get to choose who you work with. That's pretty unique as well, isn't it, in the country? Normally you're bundled in with whoever, whoever else works for that company, but we get to choose, which is pretty cool. Right, and then this is the important bit now. So we've got the list, and now we are going to arrange to show them the presentation. So I'm just looking in the chat. Okay, Dan, this is key now to this bit that we're going to talk about now, because I can guarantee, and I hate to sound big-headed, but I can probably guarantee that you probably asked them a little bit in the wrong way. And that's why this training is so important. And apologies that you're only doing this now. And this is why now when you get somebody in the business, you'll know how key it is to get them onto this fast start training as soon as you possibly can, before they go and start talking to everybody that they know in slightly the wrong way. And you'd think, well, they're my friends and family. How can I talk to them in the wrong way? But you can, because you can start talking about things that you haven't got the skills to explain properly. And that you automatically, if you start talking to people about utility bills, they will automatically come up with objections as to why they can't switch, why they don't want to. People are very strange about that. And that's because there's a long standing sort of thought that utility companies are not to be trusted, and that they suddenly think that you've turned into some sort of weird salesperson. Yeah, exactly that. No, it's fine, Dan, but it doesn't matter, because I've got a solution for you to go back to them. All right. So well done, Kay, for being up for it. Well done, Kay. Yeah, good. Okay, make a list today. So well done, and thank you, Kay, for supporting Dan, because you've probably made a huge difference to him still being here, which is fantastic. But for the others, remember that all we're going to ask them to do is do you a favor and help you out with your training. All right. So we're not going to talk about saving the money. We're not going to talk about it being a business opportunity necessarily. We are literally going to say, I've just started something new. I'm in my training phase and I need a few people to practice on. Right. It says the script here. Let's just open this one up, because I think it's pretty much what I said. Here we are. So you can take a screenshot of this, but obviously you've got this yourself as well when you go back and do this. So hi, it's just a quick call if you're ringing them. Obviously, if it's a text message, you can still do this in text. It's just a quick call. I've just started a new business. I'm after a favor. I'm in my training phase. In order to complete my training, I need to book 6 appointments. I'm looking to do these over the phone or over an internet presentation. Would you do me a massive favor and let me show it to you? When are you free? And then give them 2 options. All right. So you're just asking them to help you out with some training. And then your supporter on the appointment. So when they say, yes, that's fine, and you book it in, just book in the time. You then say, okay, because I'm still training, I'm actually going to have my supporter or my mentor with me on the call. Is that all right? Because then they'll be able to answer all your questions. And then the supporter will be very skilled at saying, oh, Annette, thanks so much for helping Nigel out today and letting us, go through the presentation, because he's just training, he's just getting started, and it's going to be really good for him to see me go through the presentation. He's going to be taking notes. Annette, do me a favor, will you, and be as difficult as you can and ask as many questions as you can, because the more that you do that, the more Nigel's going to learn.
Yeah.
But the thing is, Annette, you might find that you actually do quite like what I'm going to show you. All right, because most people do. Okay, because what it's about is helping you save some money.
Oh yeah, but with everything that happened, I know I don't, after everything, I don't want to change. No, I don't like change.
Yeah, Annette, that's absolutely fine. I'm not asking you to change today at all. All right, this is just about supporting Nigel, listening to the presentation, learning some stuff. And again, there's no pressure on you to become a customer at all. All right.
Oh, this isn't one of those pyramid schemes, is it?
No, Annette.
Are you trying to sell me now?
They're illegal, actually. And you'll find as we go through this presentation that we are a British PLC company. We're one of the fastest growing companies in the UK right now, and we've won numerous awards. All right. So by showing you this presentation, that's going to really put your mind at rest that what Nigel's doing is a really good thing.
Yeah, but I got my Sky Telly and everything.
Yeah, don't worry about that, Annette. Let's just run through the presentation and we'll deal with any questions you've got as we go through. All right. And this is going to explain everything. And that is being particularly difficult. They're never that difficult.
I know. You said you said me different. I was acting then, see. Good for life.
And that stop now. You're getting really into that difficult character. You were enjoying that, weren't you? I could see that.
I was.
No, to be honest, everyone, most people just say, yeah, that's fine. And they don't really ask too many questions. So that's one script. Now, the other thing you can do is if you've got people that are interested in the business opportunity, as part of our team, we do 5 or 6 of these short UW info presentations every week. So you could use one of those even as your own little business launch, as it were. So if you wanted to pick one date and invite a bunch of your contacts to that, let Jane or I know, if you do that and which one it is. And we can really make sure that we talk about you and your journey and your story at the beginning of the presentation and do it like a little mini business launch. And that's just one way of getting lots of eyes on the business in one go. Remember what I said, the person that shows the most presentations will make the most money. And even if you get difficult people like Annette, not everyone's going to be like her. You'll get some nice people as well. It literally is, and it sounds awful to say it because these are real people, but it is a numbers game. Once you've done a couple of months of showing presentations, you will have your own ratio. You'll be able to work out exactly how many presentations do I show in order to get X amount of customers. And you will then know exactly how many you need to book in. Now, also, as we go through the supporting appointment, the person that's supporting you will also be talking about referrals. So even if Annette is really miserable all the way through that presentation and still doesn't even look at wanting to become a customer at the end herself, she can't unsee what she's seen. And I would still talk to her about referrals at the end and say, look, Annette, I know it's not for you. I know you've got super good deals with your Sky Super Premium Plus nightmare package that you're paying $3,000 a month for, but I understand that you feel that's a really good deal. So you're not going to switch to us today. However, do you know anybody that isn't as smart as you and hasn't got such good deals and is moaning about their bills a bit at the moment? Or do you know somebody who's looking for an extra, blah, blah, blah. So I would still go on and ask for the referrals off everybody, and you still get them, funnily enough, even off people that don't decide to join themselves. Okay, so this fast start, this training, this plan, as it were, is very straightforward and very simple, and it won't be long before you're not only doing your own appointments, but you can also feel confident to talk your new partners through this. All right, which would be fantastic. I'm going to come out the screen share in a minute so I can answer questions. But this slide is super, super important, because when you are surrounded by a bunch of other UW partners, listening to presentations and announcements from head office and hearing inspirational stories from people that have made the business a success, that's when the business goes from your head to your heart. All right. And the energy in the room, etc., our big events is absolutely, you can't sort of bottle it, as it were. So it's really, now you've all done well to be on this call this morning, because this is actually an event. All right, the more events you attend and the more stories you pick up off everybody else and the more top tips you get, the more successful you'll be in the business. So do go and look on the portal, see what other trainings there are that you can book on, because we have live trainings on there as well. But I would absolutely urge all of you to make sure you get April the 22nd and 23rd, 2023 in your diary, and you book your ticket for our big event, which is called Power Up. This is going to be the biggest and best event in UW history to date. It's going to be absolutely phenomenal. We've got some amazing announcements being made here. We've got, they'll launch the new holiday incentive. There'll be lots of top tips and great speakers and lots of recognition. And we want everybody there, because the team is so spread out now. We're all around the country. I don't even know, I haven't even asked where you live, because we see each other on Zoom all the time, but I will ask in a minute. It's really important that we get together as a team as well. So this is our opportunity, if you like, in April to make sure that we all get together. So you can book that on the portal, and it is absolutely phenomenal. Okay, right, that's that. Let's just come out of the screen share. Okay, so questions, anybody at all? Either unmute yourselves or use the chat again. In terms of getting started and starting to ask people and get some appointments in the diary, do you feel confident enough to go and start doing that?
Yes, I do.
Glad you do. Brilliant. Okay, well done. Now, the one thing you can add to this, and which I haven't talked about much, is we've talked about your why in that fast start plan. The other thing I just want to mention is your story. Okay, because if people start asking you, why are you doing UW? That sounds a bit weird thing to do. it can really help bridge the gap and help them understand why you're doing something new and make them more likely to give you the option to show them. So if I give you an example, when I joined, as I said, I used to be a riding instructor, I was a journalist, I was doing all sorts of other things. And to start with, I just was going to my riding clients and saying, oh, Annette, I'm doing this thing about saving money on bills. Can I show you what I'm doing? And my riding clients were like, what is she doing? Why on earth is she suddenly talking about gas and electricity? That just sounds mental. I think they thought I'd either gone completely mad, or all my other businesses must be failing badly, you know, and I'm just jumping ship and doing something different, none of which was true. So I learned, it wasn't on the training in those days, but I worked out that if I said this, what I was saying was like, Annette, listen, I love teaching riding still. I really love being a riding instructor and I'm still enjoying doing the magazine. However, now I've got Roxy, who's, you know, as you know, toddler now. I'm finding it increasingly difficult to put enough hours into everything to make the same money I was making before she came along. And actually, I feel like I'm doing everything badly. You know, I feel like I'm trying to juggle being a mum, juggle being a riding instructor, juggle being a journalist. I just really feel stressed and not very happy about it all. So I found a company to partner with who are absolutely fantastic. And it's all about helping people, which I like. But because of one of the ways we get paid in passive income, it means that in a couple of years, if I do this part-time, I'm going to have more time and money to be able to spend more time with Roxy and be a better mum. So would it be all right if I show you what I'm doing? And as soon as I started to say that, everybody said, yeah, of course, you know, that makes sense. Let's have a look. So Saad, do you mind sharing what's your main reason for joining? What could you say to people you know as to why you're doing this?
Well, increasing gas prices, and I recently quit my other job as well, and now I just work as security guard, freelancer though, so I don't really have a definite income in the house, and I got 4 siblings and an elder grandmother to take care of. So I was looking at side hustles and what I could do on the side to earn extra money. And while I do that, I found this, and Nigel has been very helpful to guide me into this, and I'm really looking forward to this now.
Good. Okay, lovely. So that's fine. So what you can say to people that know you is, look, you know, as you know, I'm a security guard at the moment, but that isn't a very constant income. I've got my grandmother I want to look after. So I was looking for something to bridge the gap. Okay. And I found this amazing company to partner with. And what I really love about it is we're only helping people, but I feel excited now that my finances in the future are going to be sorted if I just work this business part-time or something like that. All right. So you're just giving a little explanation as to why you're doing it. So Dan, Dan, do you mind unmuting yourself a minute?
Yes, hello.
Hi, Dan. Hi, Dan. I know we haven't chatted properly, really. So Dan, just talk me through, why have you joined the business? What's your main reason?
Yeah, basically, so like the crisis, I suppose we're all in at the minute with, you know, gas, electric, everything going up, food. I currently don't really have any work or anything at the minute. I've got an 8-year-old daughter that I do take care of full time. So yeah, I'm mainly looking for something what can be flexible and really suit around mainly school time, really. So yeah.
Okay. And what's your daughter called?
My daughter's called Zantiella.
Zantiella, what a beautiful name. Okay. So Dan, if I knew you then, okay, so we're going to go back to these friends and family that weren't very interested apart from Kay. All right. Now, if I knew you and I knew that you wanted to take care of Zantiella, I would love it. If you said something to me like, so hey Annette, you know that I'm obviously wanting to take care of Zantiella as much as I can, and I've been struggling to find work that allows me the freedom to be able to do that. But I'm really excited actually, because I found this great company. I can work, you know, between the school runs and around her. And actually it's all about saving people money anyway, which is great, especially at the moment. Would you do me a favor and just let me show you what it is I'm doing? Because I need to practice a presentation a few times.
Yeah, thank you.
You know,
yeah, that'd be a good script, I'd say. Yeah.
Okay, so get that written down quick before you forget it.
Yes, thank you.
We're on recording, so you're right. I can share the recording so you can listen back.
Yeah, I was going to say I'll probably listen back quite a few times.
So all of you are on this call as new people, have your story, all right? And you have your reason for doing the business, and you need to turn that into a way that sounds like A, you're excited about it, B, that you're pleased to be able to help people. So what you do, your story is, you know I am, that's how you construct your story. So you know I'm a riding instructor, or you know I'm a dad, or you know I'm a security guard, or whatever that is. And then you talk about the challenge with that. So you know I'm a dad, however, I need to be there for Zantiella as much as I can, but it's been really, really difficult to find work that fits into that schedule. And then you talk about what you found. But what I found is a brilliant company. Do not say utility warehouse. Do not mention utilities. Okay. You say I found a brilliant company to partner with. And it's all about helping people, which is fantastic. And then the solution and the excitement. And so now I'm excited because I know that I can build up an income in my own time, flexibly around Zantiella, which is going to mean in the short term, I'm sorted, but in the longer term, I'm going to be financially secure as well. Because what you're doing is you're sowing the seed to the person you're talking to, that they probably want all of those things as well. Nearly everybody you speak to will want more money, financial security, and if they could have that and a flexible income, they'll want to listen. All right. So your story is your hook. So that actually at the end, when you say, can you do me a favor, you know damn well it's you doing them the favor, and they want to have a look anyway, because humans are nosy. You see, if you give everything away in your first conversation, they think they know it all, then they're not going to want to have a look. If you hook them in with a really good intrigue and you say, I'm really excited about the future because I think this is going to sort me out financially, they want to be sorted out financially. They're going to come and have a look. All right. And it will get you in front of a lot more people. Does that make sense? Yatundi, Basola, Rory, Kay, Michelle, Abby, if you've got anything to add or chip in, please do, or anything that you don't understand from what I've covered this morning. Just unmute yourselves or stick it in the chat.
That's fantastic. Thank you so much.
That's all right, Rory. Go on.
Just a question I have is, when can I get a hold of the recording ASAP?
Oh, that's fine. I will be very good, and I'll convert it in a minute and get it on a YouTube link, and I'll stick it in the group. All right.
Thank you so much.
No, that's fine. Annette, go for it. Yes, your question.
I was wondering what you think, Celia, about people tuning into Wes's kickoff on Sunday evening, or do you think it's too soon? Yeah.
Yes, great idea. Absolutely.
It's free, and there's so many stories that people.
Absolutely. So there's a free online event on Sunday night, 7 o'clock. To get tickets, you just go to thebigkickoff.com, is it, or .co? I'll find it out and I'll put it in our group chat. But that's Sunday night, 7 o'clock for a couple of hours. It'd be well worth tuning into that.
And guys, even if you're doing something, what I did was I've watched it twice. I'll watch it again, and I've had it on in the background whilst carrying on with stuff I'm doing. And there's so much. It'll be brilliant to have this opportunity right at the start, because it'll give you an idea of the bigger picture.
Yeah, thank you, Annette. That's fantastic. Well done. Who just unmuted yourself? Basola, did you want to say something? I saw you were on unmute a minute. There we go.
I just want to say thank you. I don't really have any questions.
That's all right.
Thank you so much. That was a nice presentation.
Lovely. Well, thank you for joining us. Go on, Annette. Go for it.
There's one other thing I was going to add, because people, if they've joined this month, they do have will have the chance to go to our free pizza night, and that is a brilliant opportunity to, number one, have a free food and a free drink, but number two, meet other partners in your locality. And it's a way of touching base or meeting other people in your area. And of course, I'm not sure if you can take anyone along. I can't remember.
No, you can't. So you'll all get an email. So it's on February the 28th. Okay, so February the 28th, put that date in your diary. You'll get an email beginning of February with how to book that. And it'll be a local Pizza Express in your area. But as Annette said, brilliant opportunity to go and meet some people, all right, that are near to you. What was that question that Dan just asked me? Oh, yes. Okay. So everybody that's on this call that's just done the fast start. So you're all part of my team. Okay. But you also then have, obviously, whoever introduced you to the business. Obviously, Nigel introduced you, Saad. All right. So when you book appointments, get as many appointments in your diary as you can, book them in to suit you and the person you want to show. As soon as you have booked the appointment got the date in the diary, go to your immediate upline. Okay. So whoever introduced you to the business, and say this, I've booked this appointment in 6 o'clock on Saturday. Please, can you help? All right. Now, if they can't do that appointment with you, or they're not experienced enough to do that appointment with you, they will then come to me, and then we'll put it into our mentors group, and we'll find someone to support you. All right, so Dan and Kay, I think Teresa's very happy for me to help and support you because she's busy with the other job as well. So what I would do, you two, is send me the message with the appointments, and then I'll liaise with Teresa. All right, and we'll get you cover. Okay, I think Michelle was pretty much the same with you as well. Abby, you're in Judy's team. So Abby, you're Judy's very new as well, isn't she? But you're in Ola's team, I believe, aren't you? And Danielle and Jane. So you've got lots of upline support as well in terms of appointments. And Rory the same, I would say. So you'll find that if you go to Jane, she will sort you out with a mentor as well. Fantastic. So listen, just get out there now. You know, this is the time. This is your time to go out there and change your life. And I know I don't say that lightly, because I know that, you know, 14 years of being in this business has completely changed my life. I get goosebumps about the thought of me not reacting to that email 14 years ago. I cannot thank the guy enough that sent me that email. And it is entirely up to you. If it's to be, it's up to me. You know, it's up to you guys now to get out there and push yourselves through your comfort zone and go and get in front of some people. But you're not on your own. We are all here to help and support. So if anyone has a challenge, if anyone has someone comment and they don't know how to respond, anything down to how to reply to a message, please ask for help. All right, because we are all here to help and support you. And I just want you all to not make as many mistakes as I have along the way, and to get there a lot quicker than it's taken me, because you can. That's right, Annette. There is no such thing as a stupid question. There's no such thing as a bad question. You will never be ridiculed for whatever you ask. You will just be helped and supported. Oh, and to let you all know, we're having a team meeting next Thursday night at 8:15. So please put that in your diary as well. So that's for the whole team. It's going to be some recognitions, some celebrations, and top tips from people that are doing really well in our business at the moment in our team, and there's lots of them. So that's
Can you repeat that, please? What day is it?
That's 8:15 next Thursday evening, which is that. Is it the 3rd of Feb? Let me just check. No, the 2nd of Feb. 2nd of February, 8:15 in the evening. All right, and it'll be on Zoom. It'll probably be this same link. Actually, it will be the same link that you've come onto now, because this is my personal meeting room. All right, and if I do another one of these and you want to jump in again, do. You know, something, we all need refreshers, and it's always good to hear it again. And I always come up with something different every time, because I have a different bit of inspiration from somewhere, which is good. All right, brilliant. Onwards and upwards. So we've got our boot camp today at 12 o'clock, which is all about getting partners started. Again, if you want to join that, please do. That's a different link, and I've shared that in the group this morning as well. So I've got to go and get the horses in before I do.
Oh, I don't have access to the bootcamp link. Is it the same link?
Abby, are you in the top team winners group? Facebook.
Oh, I've just started last night. I've just been signed up last night.
Oh, Judy joined. I don't think Jane's added you yet, because Jane normally does that. So what's the easiest thing? Abby, if I put my number in the chat. Oh, actually, have you got a pen and paper there?
I should, yes.
Yes. So if you write this number down.
Yes, please.
07779.
Yep.
716.
716.
826.
826.
You pop me a quick message, WhatsApp message. I'll pop you in the team, but I'll also send you the link for 12 o'clock.
All right, brilliant. Yeah, thank you so much.
That's all right. Fantastic. Looking forward to it. All right. As I said, I've got to go and get a horse in that's running up and down the fence before I do the camp at 12 o'clock. So I got to go. Love you to meet you all.
Thank you, Celia.
That's all right.
Right. Well done, everyone. Go for it. Have fun.
Will do. Thank you.
Take care. Cheers.
Bye.
See you later.